video. So, well, here's a look on the inside of one of the shelters they have here. They got screened in front porches. Sorry about the sun there. I just swung around on it, but gives you an idea. They say 4 people in here per shelter, so if someone shows up and everything's full, you're supposed to share, and that's fine too. So in the hiking world, that's kind of what it works. But in the real hiking world, you know, you get 8-10 people in here if it's raining. So there's a look around. We got it strung out in here like a garage sale. Stuff's laid out and airing out and drying out. Pretty neat. Here's looking back. You see how the screen's on there. See the little, that's a little permit they give you up here. Supposed to tie it to the door when you're in there, so they know someone's actually here and everything's done like it's supposed to be. So there you go. There's what we got to look at all evening this morning. We'll go out and do a little hike out to another camp or out to a lake and back. It's supposed to have a good population of moose around it. See if we can go see a moose. A little 2-mile trip out and back, so it'll be fun. Okay, so here we are at the trail junction from the campground. We're going over here to Lake Ritchie. Supposed to have a pretty good moose population around it, so hopefully we get to see a moose today. Doing a little day hike. We left our stuff over at the shelter, and we're going to do a little out and back today and just kind of cruise along here, enjoy ourselves, and hopefully find a moose. Started out about 64 degrees this morning. A little cooler than that before the sun came up. Hopefully it'll be a good day and just nice and cruisy. Here comes Miss Kathy up the trail. So we're just a little day excursion. We'll see how things play out over here. Lake Ritchie and Chicken Bone is having an algae bloom, so you can't drink the water out of there. We got about 4 liters on this, so we'll should be just fine. It's nice and cool, and I have my backpack on just to carry the few extra stuff that we brought with us. Well, we're still cruising along. You can see Kathy there in the background. Had a little climb after we followed along that creek and then come back up in the woods. So, not very rocky at all up here. You can see the trail there. It's pretty nice. So, nice and cool this morning just to walk through the woods. Very pleasant. View through here, so we're still just cruising along. Well, we've been walking along this rocky outcrop in here for a good little ways, and just walking the edge line of it, sometimes up on the rock. See little fall colors up here. Ferns are changing. Awesome little hike so far. Well, there's a shed off of a bull. That may be the closest we're going to get to a moose. Oh. Still pretty good sized antler right there. Well, we're on our way back. We went over to, what was that lake we went over to? Nah, Kathy don't remember the name of it. Anyway, there's that little lake. We walked over to it, went to Lake Ritchie, and then went over to that other lake. Looking for moose. Didn't see any. Just squirrels. Yep, saw big trumpeter swans, I think that's what they call them, big white swans. Those things are huge. They came by us, so. Oh, look out there. Almost seen me crash. So we'll go back up to the bushes and break out on those rocks, and I think from where we're at now, 2.2, something like that, maybe. So, been a nice little day, going out and back. Alrighty, we made it back. Out and back in, I don't know, 4 hours probably. 5 maybe. Didn't see no moose. We're back over at the campground. Now we're just going to lay around. It was an enjoyable hike though. Beautiful up through there. Alright, there's one last look at the shelter from Muscogee Bay. Sun coming off the water. Whew. We're headed back over to 3 Mile today. It's supposed to rain tomorrow, and then we'll kind of see how it plans out tomorrow. Try to do some short hikes from around 3 Mile. Okay, here we are back at the junction, headed to Daisy Farms. We're headed back to. So, a little climb in here, and we'll get back up on top of this ridge and be walking back to Daisy Farms. I'm going to kind of retrace some of our steps here. We had to change up the way we was doing things with the chicken bone and Lake Ritchie. You couldn't pull water out of there, so we kind of had to scratch that little loop off our list. So we're still enjoying it, having a good time. If I can get her up there. There she is. She's over wandering off trail on me, trying to go down the blowdown. Trail's been trail's been really good through here. Little roots, but not bad at all. Looks like some of the places, if it was raining in here, would have water standing on it, but it's just par for course. If it's raining, you're gonna have wet feet. Just little ups and downs and across these little boardwalks through the bogs. They've done a real good job on putting these things in. That one needs a little repair, but because this would be a slug trying to get across this mess on a given day. You can kind of see in there what someone stepped out there. There's a footprint. Someone got a little carried away, but that might be moose prints in there. Split hoof, be a small one. So we're just kind of cruising along, enjoying the trail. Alrighty, we'll keep moving. There's some bones of some unfortunate hiker. He didn't make the climb. No, I don't know. Just kidding. There's looking back out at the bay. Mosquito Bay. A little glimpse of water through there. So, nice little steep climb. Stairs. There's some more of the hiker down there. So, we're climbing up over a ridge now. So, you get some steep climbs, but they're pretty short. And several of these little steep rock outcroppings that you're going up and over, so there is some climbing and descending that you got to do. You pop out into these views here. Pretty awesome. So. Well, there we have it. Mosquito Basin. I'm probably butchering that name all together. So we're going to go down here to the dock and get us some water. And then we're heading back up to that OGB way? What's that called? No, not this trail. Other trail. We got to go down into camp and then come back up out of there. Cross camp. OWG way or something like that. Which I didn't know was an Indian name till the other night. I was reading that book Kathy had. That's the Indian tribe that was out here mining copper. So alright, let's go get some water and a Snicker bar and go back up to that tower again. And then we're headed to Franklin Mountain from there. Okay, got a nice steady climb up out of Daisy Farms. Tread's really good. A little rocky there as you first come out of the campground, but no biggie. You'll make this first ridge walk across here. So it comes up here and flattens out. Leaf sure has been pretty. Certain sections in here. Sure, that breeze feels good. Working up a little sweat. Alrighty, we're quick to start back down. Been on moose patrol. We got to see one cow this morning, so that was awesome. I don't know how the video is going to turn out there. She's back in that brush, so you can see her with your eyes, but the camera wanted to focus on everything between you and her. So I think I can see the fire tower, or the tower, whatever it's called, whether it's fire tower or not. I just wonder if this is where big old Bull's been scrubbing the velvet off his horns. That tree. Alright, so we're starting back down again. So there's like 2 ridges in here you got to climb to get to the fire tower. Alright, down we go. So there's the fire tower through the trees. I can zoom it just a little bit. There we go. You think I'll just climb that hill right there and I'm there, but that's actually, there's 2 hills in between you. You got to climb, so. Onward we go. Here's that tree we came by a couple of days ago. I said it had 10 growing out of it. Actually, I miscounted. It actually got 11 growing out of there, and part of one that had died out on it and fell out. So sometime it had 12 growing out of it. So it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Okay, top of the climb, there's the tower. Well, there's Canada, right there. There's more Canada. Then down here somewhere, probably over that next ridge, should be another mountaintop, is Franklin. Look out, Franklin Ridge.
0.2 miles.
Named after Ben Franklin. Story behind that is he had heard that when they was doing the Declaration of Independence, that they want to be sure that Island Royale was in United States territory when they was making a treaty, because he had heard that there was copper here, and there was copper here. And that he knew he needed that in his invention of with electricity, his experiments with the kite and lightning. I believe is what the story is. So, pretty cool story.
Take your time.
Looking out towards Lake Superior. So, I was up here yesterday and looked around quite a bit. So, we're going to head on down and keep moving. We still got about another 4 miles for the day, so it's nothing big. Well, here we are, walking this ridge line, coming down through these bushes. Someone's got some beautiful colors. Look at that thing. Whoosh. So, but you are getting some good views up here for sure. Highly recommend this part of the trail. And if you're wondering, are trails maintained in the national park here? And I'm going to say no. It just beat down from people walking. So there's no trimming back the grass or the brush off the trail at all. Oh mercy, look at that. That is beautiful. Okay, here we are at Benjamin Point, and I believe this is the highest point on the island. So you're looking at Canada, some inland lakes over there. So I can see a moose down there eating, but I don't see nothing as of yet. Pretty freaking awesome up here. So we've had lots of views on the other side, but this is one of the few views we've had of Canada. So pretty cool. Well, there we go. There's Canada in the background from Franklin Point, named after Benjamin Franklin. A little slower sweep there. Pretty cool. Okay, we're here to 3 Mile Junction Lookout. And what's this other one over here? Lane Cove 2.3. So we come 2.8 from the tower down to here. And now we're headed down to 3 Mile. Alright, we just came down a little ways off the ridge. Kind of steep and rocky in there, so be ready for that whichever way you're headed. A little less rocks down this way, but and the trail appears to be running at a slight angle on the ridge, so there's no switchbacks in it. At least it's not straight up. We're down. Alrighty, you can see we're kind of working through a different zone now of the trees. That's what surprised me on this island, how different the trees and shrubberies change from ridge top down to the bog area. Well, this has been a pretty neat walk down through here. Pretty dense forest we're walking through. Still headed back to 3 Mile. So that's pretty cool. And making our way down through the forest. I'm surprised how much the fauna changes one step to the next. Yep, looking at one of the harbors. I take Rock Harbor must be over the next ridge from the looks of it. And trail goes off that way. Maybe that's a switchback. Oh, there's a cairn down there. So yep. I think the trail just kind of wanders around, dodging the fire maybe. That's what they're doing. Okay, here we go. Looking back up on the little fire here. The looks of it just goes right over and stops, so that's more like a 20-acre fire than a 100-acre fire. From what I'm seeing standing here, but I could be wrong. Another boardwalk.
Hello.
Okay, come off back down to the harbor. Still headed 3 mile. Got another 0.2 up through here, right against the shore. Come across this the other day, so kind of making our way back that way. Something out there feeding. He's got a crest on top of his head. What kind of duck that is?